Hi, I'm Maggie Weldon, owner of Maggie's Crochet. I'm very proud to say that maggiescrochet.com is the largest all crochet site online with thousands of crochet patterns and hundreds of them are free. I've been crocheting for over 40 years and I've been designing for over 30. So I'm hoping that through these videos I can help you to master the art of crochet. So pick up your hook and your yarn and let's get started. In this video, I'm going to show you how to do what's called a corkscrew, or sometimes it's just called a curlicue or a spiral. And the directions for this are in the Encyclopedia of Crochet, and I'm going to show you how to do the corkscrew on a hair tie first, and then in another video I'll show you how to do it on an edge like it's shown here in the book. But this is an excellent book if you're looking for a really good reference book on crochet. It's got a lot of really great stuff in it. It's a wonderful book. It's got a lot of great stitches. It's got over 20 projects. It's got a beautiful coat there with all the different stitches. It's got a lot of history of crochet and lace and a lot of good stuff about Tunisian crochet and thread crochet and working with colors. There's a lot of really great stuff in this book. But for today, out of this book, I'm going to show you the corkscrew fringe. And that's the Encyclopedia of Crochet. Okay, I'm going to start with a slip knot on my hook, and I am going to chain one, and that's going to count as a center chain. And then I'm going to chain 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I'm going to work 2 single crochets in the second chain from hook, and in each chain across that 12. If you want a tighter curl on this curlicue, you can do 3 in each chain and it'll be tighter, or you could do 4, and you could also do a half double crochet. You could do all half double crochet stitches in the chain, or you could do double crochets, and then they'd be a lot wider. But by putting 2 in each one, and I'm only going in the top loop, I'm not going in 2 loops, or I'm not going in that other back bar like I showed you before. It curls better when you just go in the top loop. Okay, and I did 2 in each one across, and see how that made that curl? So you have a cute little curlicue. And now my center chain was my starting loop. I'm going to slip stitch in there. And I've got one curlicue done. So now I'm going to chain 12 again. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then this time I'm going to do the 3 in each one. I show you how to do single crochet stitches in another video, so I'm going to go rather fast here so that I can get this done. Okay, I'm doing 3 singles in each chain. Start messing up a little bit when I try to hurry. We have a Curlicue coverlet on our website. It's beautiful. It's made out of sport weight cotton. I think it's PA number 043, but it is gorgeous. And it's got these little curlicues in there. And they're so much easier than they look. They look like they'd be a little bit hard, but they're not. Okay, I've got my last chain to go in here. I'm going to do 3 singles. And then what I call the center chain is right here. So I'm going to slip stitch in the center chain. So see the difference? Like this one's fuller and it's tighter, and this one's loose. I think you'd want to do these with worsted weight yarn, but I'm using a bulky weight yarn so that it's easier for you to see. Okay, now you could, in the pattern, it's going to say chain 1, center chain, chain 12, 2 single crochet and second chain from hook, and in each chain across to center chain. Or it's going to say 3 single crochets in each chain across, 2 center chain. Then it's going to say slip stitch in center chain. Now, I could keep going, and I could just keep going and putting a slip stitch in when I'd go out, do another curlicue, come back, and always come back to that center chain and slip stitch. And I could do a whole bunch of these, and what would be really neat is to do it in a striped yarn or a variegated yarn, and then all of these may land up all different colors. And you could use this, like, have you seen them on the tops of hats? They look really cute. Or you could use them for hair ties, which is what I'm going to show you how to do right now. So let's say you have 2 curlicues at the end, or you could even just do 1. We have a free pattern coming out with just 1 curlicue on the end. Okay, so you would chain down to the other end. Just to make this fast, I'm not going to chain too long. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 28, 29, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 41, 42, Okay, I chained 72. Okay, now down here I'm going to start the spiral again, but I'm just going to do 2 in each one to speed it up. So I'll have to go in 11. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This is, I'm going back and doing it in 11 so it matches the other end. And then I'll pretend that this is the equivalent of the slip stitch down at the other end, or the center chain. So I'm going to slip stitch in there, and then I will chain 12 again, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. See, if you only did 1, it would look like that at the end, which is cute too. Now I'm going to do 2 in each one all the way back. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that was, okay. 6, 1, 2, 1, 2, 4, 5. There's 6, 7, 8, really have to count this one because you'll know when you're back because you'll be next to the other one. Okay, so I'm going to go back in that same chain that I already worked in. So I'm going to put a slip stitch in there. Now, with this bulky yarn, I could just call it quits here because I've got enough here for a cute little hair tie. See, I can just... But when you're working with your worsted weight yarn, you might want to slip stitch all the way back to the first set of curlicues. So you can, I have another video out on working on the chain. But for right now, I'm just going to do the top one here. But you can work in 2 loops of the chain, or you could work in the back bar of that chain. So you would just slip stitch all the way back. Okay. But just to, let's see. So to keep the video short, or shorter, there's no need for me to go back. So you would work all the way back on this chain, and then you would slip stitch back in your center chain over here, and then you would finish off. So you'd have 2 ends down here to sew in there. So right now, I am going to cut this off. I always cut off back here. And I would sew in my ends. And then you have a cute little hair tie. Let's see, this. And once these things were sewed in, like that, I think it's adorable. But you can see how if you do a bunch of these and put them at the top of a hat, you can chain longer than 12. You can make it super long or shorter, whatever you want to do. So just have fun with it. Okay, so that's the curlicue. Isn't that cute? So I hope you enjoyed this video, and we've got a lot of other videos coming out. If you have any suggestions for other ones or comments, we'd love to hear from you. Just email videos@maggiescrochet.com. Thank you for watching. See you next time.